everybody. Welcome to the traditional first new Capenna draft. The servers just went live. There were a lot of issues joining. Let's hope that things just work out from now on. And I think things are starting out pretty well with an Urabrask. If you missed it, I did take part in the early access event, so I've already played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think 6 best of 1 drafts of this format. My takeaway was that aggro is exceptionally good. I basically went 7-1, 7-1, 7-2 by playing various forms of aggro, and I went 3-3, 3-3, 3-3 when I tried to have a really good 3-color mana base and do powerful, cool stuff. So we're going to do powerful aggro by first picking this here Urabrask. Now, did I see? No, we do still have anonymous boluses. I thought perhaps they had changed that. Into a Torch Breath is a pretty big takeaway. I guess I need to hover over these cards for the new folks. So this is just basically Fireball to creatures or planeswalkers with a little bit of a discount to blue targets. Beyond that, I see a prize fight, which is really good. Instant speed fight, make a treasure. We got one of these Evolving Wilds. Not quite sure what we'll settle on for names there. A lot of people high on Body Dropper. I've not yet tried it. We've got Ballroom Brawlers, but yeah, this is just an easy Torch Breath. Following that, what is this charm? Good Edict, red draw, exile target graveyard. This is all okay. We could definitely give Riveteer's Charm a try. I like it better than Stockpile. Observer's good if you can cast it for cheap. Again, there's a Body Dropper here. I still don't know that we're going to get into that, although Riveteer's Charm is a step towards it. And we've got some duels, but let's take the Charm, see where we go. I see a Strangle. Also cuts red, which is quite nice. Hold for Ransom did some really good work. Shocking everyone but me. Pacifism's still good. Pacifism's still good. Now, a lot of my aggro was Cabaretti. Red, green, white. So we'll see what red, green, black is like, but all we know is that we are most likely red. I don't think I'm going to cut and antagonize. I had one of these cast against me, and it was real bad. So 5-4 for 7, which means I don't know if I want it. And you have to discard a card, sack a creature, or pay for a life. But when it ETBs, your opponent has to do all 3 of those. Girder Goons was quite good. This thing getting blitzed out, 4 mana, 4-4 haste that goes away at the end of turn, draws you a card, and makes a tapped 2-2 was real good. So it looks like maybe we will head into possibly Rakdos aggro here. This bounce spell has been pretty good as well. It's a Griptide, or sorry, it's a bounce spell. It's Blink of an Eye. Hopefully the matches work. So this is basically always going to be a 4-drop. We will blitz this as much as possible. This is apt to be around a 5-drop. Looking for aggressive creatures. Not what I want. This captain's not amazing, but we could play it. These cards have been good, and apparently, I was unaware of this, the talking heads have been talking these down. I think these make the format tick, because you need these in order to fix your mana if you're playing 3 colors, and then later on you can cast them. What's even more cool is you can splash them off themselves. So let's say that we wanted to play the Naya one while we're in Jund. The Naya one makes one of our lands tap for white, it can cast itself. Now the Naya one's probably the weakest of them, but these have been good, and I think you should pick them higher than people are. For example, here's another one that I think should have been picked by now. Sticky Fingers was the all-star. To me, it looks like an unassuming, borderline bad card, and it was insane in our decks. And so I think we'll give it another try. You want this on an evasive creature, you want this on a real cheap early creature, you want this on a flyer or something, and it's just going to ramp you like crazy. It's going to draw a card and replace itself. It's real good. And this is the other card This is Goblin Heel Cutter for anybody who drafted way back Dragons of Tarkir, which I think was my first set review on this channel. This is literally Goblin Heel Cutter, with the only difference being that this dies at the end of turn and draws you a random card, whereas Heel Cutter, when it was dashed, would put itself back into your hand, so it would draw itself. Although I guess not really draw a card. I guess Heel Cutter was also a 3-2, while this is a 3-1. But otherwise, all the mana costs and everything are exactly the same, and it is just really good. A Court Official would work. An Unlucky Witness is not super great, but again, a real early aggressive thing with a Sticky Fingers on it can be pretty good. I might actually take it here, but I would also certainly play the Official. I would also play the Big Score. Big Score lets you draw into more cards. But let's take the Unlucky Witness first. So Body Dropper back around, all the way around, suggesting that we can definitely get into red-black. Notably, this is whenever you sack a creature, you don't have to sack it to the Body Dropper, and blitzed creatures sack themselves. So let's take Body Dropper. Let's take Body Dropper number 2, and I think we're pretty good. I think we know where we're going. We're basically, at the moment, going to splash the Charm. And again, the bandits splash themselves. I don't know that we'll play Join the Maestros. It just doesn't seem good enough to me. The creature doesn't have haste. I don't want 2 of them. Combat Trick may be something we want to play. And another 1-drop, but I don't think we'll play it. Super good rare, but not really for us. There's a Murder for us. And that's about it, I think. I think that's about it. So what are we? We're Jund. Is that Riveteers? Okay, we are Riveteers. So Riveteers Outlook is a land that I would like to have too, but we're going to take the unconditional cheap instant speed removal first. This is a pretty decent blue pack. These 3 blue cards are very good. But let's take Murder. You could be 2 black, black, red. 2/5 flash. It or another vampire. There's not that many vampires. We have 1 so far. Exile the top card of each player's library with a collection counter on once each turn. You can play. Yeah, that just seems great. I think we're definitely going to play her. And there's nothing I want otherwise. This should wheel. I'll never play this. That would be good. Oh, sorry, there's a... well, we don't know how in green we are, but Jewel Thief has obviously been great. But we know we're black-red, and this can just be a black-red card. That blue doesn't have to matter. So let's take Evelyn. This card's awful. Tavern Swindler, we did some work with in one specific deck with the vampire that gains a counter when you lose life and gains a counter when you gain life. The MVP, though, was the fact that we won 10 coin flips in a row. Riveteer's Decoy could work, but again, I don't know if I want to be super 3-color. Civic Gardener also did quite a bit of work in my aggro decks. Goldhound, again, dumb, cheap creature that you can play to really get under people. Okay, the question is, you're a 2-drop. How green do I want to be? I might want to be green, so I'm going to take the Civic Guard. It's super... there's too much to decide there, and I don't quite know where I'm going yet. It was that, or it was the Fixer. I don't know what was the right pick there for sure. I do know that a second Plasma Jockey is more than the right pick. Cemetery Tampering is bad. Warm Welcome's fine, but not for us. We're just definitely taking another Plasma Jockey. We got a Sticky Fingers and a Witty Roastmaster. Both are what I want for this deck. What's my creature count? 11. What do I think I can get another one of? I think I can probably get another Sticky Fingers. The Witty Roastmaster is a little bit less replaceable. So we're going to take the Witty Roastmaster here. And again, I don't know that I'm going to be super green. We've got no lands to help us be super green. Here's a land to help us be a bit more green. There is also just a land to make us real good black-red. And there is a 1/2 Flying Death Touch, also happens to be a vampire. I think we take the Midnight Assassin here. It hurts that I haven't been getting the lands yet, but I think we'll get there. Another Girder Goons, I think, will do some work. Yeah, sorry, these are going to be 4 drops. Plasma Jockeys can be 4 or 3. I wish I could split them. I would kind of like the first one to be a 4 and the second one to be a 3. But these Girder Goons are apt to always be 4s. Hey, there we go. Red green with a light 'em up and a Jetmir's Fixer, eh? Rough. Rough. And a Girder Goons. All of them are here. 14 creatures. Let's start fixing my mana a bit. But all of those were cards that I would want. I doubt we'll play a Crooked Custodian, but we'll see. We're probably just going to have better creatures. And yeah, at the moment, I think we're just going to splash the Charm, which means we probably won't play the Gardener. I didn't play any... I don't think I played any, like, 2-color decks with a card or 2 or a 3rd color. I think I actually mostly played 3-color decks, maybe with a 4th color. Rocks Pummeler, no, way too expensive. We're probably not going to have 3 colors that regularly. We might play a Fake Your Own Death, but I doubt it. And we're certainly not playing that Jackhammer. So at the moment, I don't think we're playing the Gardener. I don't think we're playing the Custodian. I don't think we're playing a Fake Your Own Death. Although Fake Your Own Death with Girder Goons is good. You blitz it in, it sacks itself, you make it come back, and oh boy, things go nutty. So there's the Fixer. There's also a Wrecking Crew. Maybe we actually take the Wrecking Crew for the side. That's going to be one of the big tricks, is I did not get to play best of 3 in the event. Because all they had was best of 1. Yay! Arena's doing the thing where it still thinks there's a card here. I doubt we're playing Bookcase. Let's get this Gardener and this Custodian out of here. Can we fix... I saw this do a little bit of work. I still don't think I want to try it. Can we put... Oh, that card is just missing. I forget what it was, and it's just gone now. Oh, it was the Wrecking Crew. There it is. Sideboard? Hey, it's fixed. Fight Rigging is nuts. Ethan, Lord Tupperware, crushed me with this card. Put a counter on target creature you control every turn. Just every turn. Beginning of combat, too. Just 1 counter, whatever creature you want. And then if you've got a big creature, you just get to play your hideaway card for free. So that's certainly another splash for sure. Sizzling Soloist is kind of like another Plasma Jockey. Again, we'll play a big score. But let's take that Fight Rigging. There's another Unlucky Witness. Here's a Forge Boss. So whenever you sacrifice 1 or more, deals 2 damage to each opponent. Triggers only once a turn, which is why I'm a little bit iffy on the sack deck. Because if your payoff only happens once a turn, that's not great. There's another Jockey here. There's a prize fight that we'd probably splash. There's a deal gone bad, but let's take the Forge Boss. Another Jockey. Another Assassin. Exhibition Magician. I think we just want another Jockey. We'll teach some people about Jockey. I'm unlikely to play any of these. I'm guaranteed to not play any of these. So let's take an Antagonize if we feel that we need another combat trick. You are bad. Also, you look like a creature, which is annoying. Another Body Dropper. All right. And another Girder Goons. Let's take another Body Dropper. And let's cut something bad. Let's cut this Antagonize. That looks like a really good deck to me. Splashing a Rigging, splashing a Charmer. We're not splashing Bandits, because they're helping us splash these 2 cards. And then someday getting cast. Pledge Arsonist is for this deck 100%. There's another Masked Bandits. Let's pick that up. I doubt we're going to put this Goldhound into our deck. I doubt. Actually, over this Cutthroat Contender. It just doesn't look any good. I guess we still need 1 more cut. We've got a lot of creatures. What's our worst one? Midnight Assassin? cooldown. I do like having a couple of 2-drops. Ooh. We've got a Riveteer's Requisitioner, 3-1 for 2. I like that. Corrupt Official I'd play, Light 'em Up I'd play, Mayhem Patrol I would play. But let's go with the Requisitioner. Soloist back around, are you kidding me? Holy moly! Alright, all these Plasma Jockeys are 3-drops now. Oh my god. We could have 4. I definitely would like another Unlucky Witness over the Goldhound. Take another Death Toucher in case we need it. Wow, black is wide open. I mean, these cards aren't good, but mono black, last 3 picks, seems good. Okay, so the question becomes, is that Riveteer's Charm strong enough to splash? I don't know if it is. It's a good edict because it kills their biggest thing. The other 2 are mediocre, so I don't think it's worth splashing. Fight Rigging, 100% worth splashing. So this requires 2 more cuts. Two more cuts. Should probably be creatures. So what's our worst creatures? Quite coffee today. Probably Midnight Assassin, to be honest. And then I'm not sure. It's not Evelyn. Unless it is Evelyn. Maybe she's just not good enough for a 5-drop in this deck. She's got Flash. Wow. Okay, no, I think they're both good. It's definitely not Jockeys. It's definitely not Roastmaster. It's definitely not Arsonist. It's definitely not Bandits. It's definitely not the Body Droppers. I don't think it's that. I want these because they're cheap for the Sticky Fingers. But maybe it's one of these. And then I guess the question is, how many things are sacking? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. 6 things, plus we can pay black-red to sack something ourselves. It's a good bit, but maybe we want 1 Body Dropper out. Oh, wait. Why am I now down to 40? Oh, what did I do? I must have lost count somewhere. I cut 1 Unlucky Witness and I cut a Charm. Did I only need 2 cuts? I thought I needed 3. Oh, I cut Assassin too. Oh, look at me. I already cut my 3 cards. All right, well, there's our deck. Let's see if we can get a match. Hopefully. Getting into that draft was a bit of a struggle. I had to spam the start draft button and work my way through a whole bunch of network errors until finally I got in. And the first time I just sat there for 5 minutes and nothing happened. Then I did the whole process again. And then finally a draft started. But this does likely mean that there's not a ton of people drafting at the moment. Or finished a draft at the moment, I suppose. I believe Sealed was wide open and ready with no network errors, which makes sense because there's no network for Sealed. You just get your deck, which means maybe a lot of people just jumped over to that instead. But you figure we would at least have a match 1 with the people who were at our table. Maybe? Well, I guess I can give this a little bit before I'll have to click pause on this video, and suddenly editing the video becomes a lot more work. And it goes up a lot later than I wanted it to. How are you all doing out there in YouTube land? Is anybody on Twitch drafting? And I guess the trick then is anybody drafting best of 3? Well, I'm not seeing many, so I'm going to have to click pause on this. I'll let this go a little bit longer, hopefully get a match, and then restart the recording, and then stitch it all together, and then probably have to do it 2 more times for match 2 and match 3. So see ya in hopefully just a couple seconds for you. Who knows how long for me. Hours later, and it's still not working. However, Luca over at Just Lola Man has been challenging viewers who were able to get their draft done, so at least I'm going to get a game with him in, and then we'll see if we can get the rest in. Or maybe this will be the entire video. Who knows? I do want to get this up before too long, but let's see what we can do against Luca if I can remember what our deck does. It has the body droppers, it's got fight rigging, it's got Urabrask. Let's see what we can do. This body dropper with sticky fingers on should be nice and hasty. Not hasty. Menacey and aggressive. It'll get stuff done, you know? It'll get stuff done. There's our splash for fight rigging as well. So he's got Courier's Briefcase, which is a 1/1. It's a treasure, and if he pays Wooburg, he can draw 3 cards. I don't know that he'll be Wooburging away. All right, that seems good. So we can sticky fingers, get a treasure, and then drop a fight rigging? Seems fine. So sticky fingers. I guess he could double block, which I'm actually pretty okay with because I'll fake this body dropper's death. If that's what it comes down to. I would prefer to fight rig, but all right, we're going to fake the death. Which means we're going to draw a card, we're going to kill his board. We're not going to have sticky fingers around anymore, but that's fine. It still made a treasure? Why did it still make a treasure? Oh, was that a missed land drop from him? I think that might have been a missed land drop from him. In that case, we're going to blitz in some Girder Goons. Get in for 6. They'll sack. We'll draw a card. We'll get a counter on Body Dropper. We'll get a 2/2. Triggers ahoy. We're not yet finding lands, but you know. Someday, right? Someday? Someday. Let's go in for 5. Let's pass the turn because I want to get Masked Bandits on a land to get fight rigging down. Oh no. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. How did he... Oh, he splashed off the briefcase. Got it. All right, so we'll fight rig. We'll hide away. We will grab the only non-land in there. So we found our lands. Let's make a pair of 6/6s, or a pair of 3/3s, get in for 6. And if he's got no plays, that's going to be the end. Found a 4th land, still off of white. I mean, we had an aggro start, but I don't think I won that game. I think Luca's land luck won me that game. So I don't really have a sideboard at all. And I've seen his deck, but I've not paid attention to his deck. He's got Angel, he's trying to do Angel-y stuff. Whoa, no, I don't want that view. What can I do about Angel-y stuff? Maybe a Death Toucher would be good over, God, these are all good cards. They're such good cards. But I feel like 1 flying blocker would be good. All my cards are good. I don't want to get rid of any of them. Arsonist honestly might not be doing a super ton because it's not like we're sacking a billion things in a turn. We're sacking typically probably one thing in a turn. So let's go with that. See what we can do. Luca typically a pretty big sideboarder. There we go. Let's see what we can do. Body dropper on 2. Get the splash going. See where we can go. There's no sticky fingers. I can't imagine he'll have land luck like that twice in a row. So we will let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. That is a turn 5 Evelyn right now. Windshield agent, okay. We could get in for 5, draw a card, get a counter on body dropper. I don't mind that aggro plan. So let's blitz this in. Windshield agent cannot block. We get in for 5. This sacks and draws us a card. Because it sacks, we get a counter on body dropper, which means body dropper can now get in against wing shield agent. We can follow up with another body dropper. Ooh, or a girder goon. I mean, the better play is body dropper, no attack. Because now we'll get 2 counters when this sacks. If we can get a good attack. Next turn is probably just Evelyn flashed in, I think. We'll steal one of his cards. We'll steal one of our cards. See if we can find some good stuff. There's Giada. There's Giada. Ooh, we also get to do our splash here if we don't have to use Fake Your Own Death. Let's do that on a swamp. Sticky fingers. The real sticky, icky. Yeah, we'll just flash in Evelyn on the end of his turn. Make a treasure, sounds good. Down to 3 cards, so we've got the card advantage here, and we're going to get more. We're going to get a whole lot more. Oh, Fake Your Own Death on girder goons? Can you imagine? That needs one more land, right? That needs one more land to do that. Okay, so we'll flash in Evelyn. I assume we're going to take 2 here. That's fine. I don't remember if he was playing counters. Ooh, okay. Yikes. I knew he had that. We played in the Streamer Showdown on Tuesday against each other, and both of us had one of these. Pitches land, gives that minus something, minus 1, minus 0. Okay. So my turn, we're going to flash in Evelyn. See what we get off the decks. A land and a plasma jockey. Nice. Now this is once each turn. Once each turn. More girder goons. Dear Lord. Well. I would like to play that land. Blitz in a girder goon. And then we can hold up Fake Your Own Death here for the girder goon. She doesn't fly? Why do I think she flew? So we can come in with girder goons. Probably just a chump here on the Windshield agent. Ooh, just takes the 4. Okay. Takes the 4. We are then going to fake its own death. Oh, fake its own death makes a treasure token. So it's going to sack, draw us a card, get us 2 counters, come back, make a 2/2 that's tapped, and come back to the battlefield. And make a treasure. Look at those triggers. Look at all of them, their triggers. Now, we're still massively boned by this all-seeing arbiter. So we do need to find murder. We need to find something. Because this is a nice, crisp, cool 7 that he's coming on in for. What do we need for Goon Jockey? 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we could Goon Jockey Sticky Fingers. So he'd only have 2 blockers, presumably 3. If we're going to go to 11 here, which means we can take 1 more attack from that Arbiter and Giada. Inspiring Overseer, okay. No additional blocker, please. No additional blocker. That's an additional blocker. I asked nicely. Okay. So we could say that the Wing Shield agent can't block, and we could play Girder Goon's Plasma Jockey. And Sticky Fingers on, let's say, our Girder Goons. And then we can attack in for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18, 19, 20, 21. He'll have 4 blockers, blocking 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of that. So that's only 8 damage, and then we die on the crackback? Do we die on the crackback? We take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on the crackback. We take 11 on the crackback. So I think what we do is we don't attack with everything, but we do blitz in Girder Goons. And we do blitz in Jockey. And we say the Wing Shield agent can't block. Actually, what if... How many timeouts do I have? Is this my only timeout? I have 2 timeouts. What if we menace one of these goons? It has to be double blocked. So he's got 4 blockers. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And he takes 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is still not 11. But what if we Sticky Fingers this Girder Goon? Because we're taking 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're not dead in the air. Maybe I should have Sticky Fingered the one that's going to die for sure. And then we go in, in, in. And Wing Shield agent can't block. So that's 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we're not dead on the crackback. We would go to 1, but we're not dead on the crackback. Double block the menace, okay. I think Giada dies there because I don't want to take flying damage. And I can block the 3/3 because my body droppers are going to be a 5/5 and a 6/6. Single block there, I like it. Single block there, I like that a lot less. He figured that one out. And then has to decide if he wants to take 4. Notably, very much denying me the treasure off of the Girder Goon. Nice. I really like that. Awesome. Yeah, so Giada has to die. I'm hoping that he doesn't have like the +X green spell in hand with trample, because that would suck a lot. Quite a lot, in fact. Boon of Safety Giada. Ouch. 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 Alright, let's hope we draw good cards, I guess. Oof. Oof a doof. So that's 5, 6, 7 coming in the air. A Plasma Jockey is a good draw. Definitively a good draw. And a Strangle is a good draw. That may be what we need to win this coming turn. Because we can again Plasma Jockey the Wing Shield Agent. And then we'll see what his plans are there. We can Strangle the Thief if we're going to win. Otherwise, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it's, Thief or Giada. Is it instant speed? It's sorcery speed. Of course it is. And we're looking at 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 damage coming at him. He's going to have to stop 8. And he'll have 2 less blockers. So he'll only have 2 blockers. So that's the 5 and the 4. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Again, off by 1 by my count. Not to mention that this is going to be giving minus 1, 2, minus 3, minus 0 to something. Six, 5, minus 4, minus 0. Gross. All right, now I feel like we're just dead. Because we have to win this turn or else. Because that Arbiter is going to kill us. Yikes. The Flyers assembled. My other big takeaway from the early access event was that Flyers in this format are brutal. Absolutely brutal. If you don't get into like low curve red something aggro, you probably should be in Flyers. They are very hard to deal with, very powerful, and as is modern Magic, they all have a book written on them. Oh my lord. All right, we're dead. We're super dead, especially with that being a land. Let's get out of that one. I don't think we can do much about Flyers. I put in that Death Touch flyer, and then we didn't see it. We have a Murder in the deck. We have a Torch Breath in the deck. We have a Strangle that we finally saw on the final turn. We could try to be a little bit more aggressive, maybe? Like, maybe Evelyn's just not that special. She draws 2, but she's just a 2/5. What if we just, like, be more aggressive? We put in another Midnight Assassin. Actually, yeah, maybe I like that. Let's increase the odds of us drawing our Death Touch flyers. All right, let's go in. Let's go in. We need to go faster than we did there. I think we had like a good start. That first 5 damage was good, and then we just got a little bit brick walled by the shield counter. Shield counters are pretty brutal. Let's see if we can draw Urabrask. That would be nifty. What time is it? It's 3 o'clock already. If we don't get the matchmaking working soon, this will probably just be the video, the draft, and the one match with Luca. All right, let's play first. I mean, that's a turn 1 witness into fixed, and then we have our black. I would prefer one of those forests to be a swamp, of course, but we'll take what we got. We'll take what we got. Let's get in for 1, pass the turn. We will masked bandits on his turn our forest because we got 2 of them. And then we've got all 3 colors for the time being. We can drop our body dropper, go from there. Forest and a go. Forest and a Giada. Okay. Wouldn't mind a strangle. Ooh, hello, Urabrask. How's it going? Yeah, let's drop body dropper past the turn. Is this play? Until your next end step, you can play 1. Okay. All right, find a couple of lands, drop an Urabrask. Seems good. Here's 1 treasure, which is like a land. Inspiring Overseer, pretty good, especially with a counter. And here we are. Here we are, looking to die. Because we are going to miss a land drop as he went Giada into an angel. All right, I will fake my own death to get that treasure, because then still if we draw a land, we have Urabrask down. Dead angel. That powers down Giada slightly. If we can't Urabrask, we could Girdergoons Blitzed. Rafine's Informant, 2-1. Gonna connive. So that's probably gonna be a 3-2. I guess it's very, very slow. Pitches the land instead. Doesn't want the 3-2. Wants a second Informant. That one, I bet, will be a 3-2. So at least our witness blocks the 1. There goes the Speakeasy. In for 2. Land? Not quite. So, in that case, let's drop a Roastmaster and pass the turn. Feels pretty bad. Feels pretty bad. Well, I guess we got 1 good game out of this best of 3 match. Broker's Hideout. Gonna go get that island that he's missing. Gain a life as well. Suspect we'll take 2. And a pass of the turn, and still no lands. So we can blitz in the Reckoner, or the Requisitioner, because at least we'll get a treasure token when it dies. And we'll get a ping, and we'll get an attack with it. And we'll get to draw a card. So there's the treasure, and there's the draw, and there's the counter. There's the land. So Urabrask is live. Ooh, rabble rousing. All right. So every time he attacks, he gets that many 1/1s. If he's got 10, he gets to cast whatever that hideaway card is. So we want to start attacking aggressively. And they're untapped, aren't they? They sure are. I think we'll just see one attack here from him. One attack, get one creature, which means he's going to have 5 back there. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll have 4 back there. 4 blockers is quite a bit. Would love to find a strangle real soon. Real soon. Real soon. All of them. Okay, wants all 3 creatures. Okay. I can respect that. I'm happy to do... What am I happy to do? I don't want Body Dropper to die. I would prefer to not have Roastmaster die. Do we take 5 and go to 9? That feels a bit rough. What's the crackback in that case? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We don't die. We don't die. We could sack the Witness and kill the 3/2 instead. But then we don't have Urabrask down, but we at least have Girdergoons down. So let's do this, and then let's sack the Witness. Get the counter, kill the Informant. 2 lands, all right. So we'll drop the land. And then I think we'll blitz these in and attack, and then that gives us 2 blocks here and here, and we take 2, 3, 4. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. We'll get a ping. We will get in for 4. This is 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's not everything. So what if we take 2, 4, 6? Yeah, we can take 6. Let's get in for 8. Because that'll take him to 8. The creature that comes in will take him to 7. I guess the issue is his attack will leave him with some number of additional creatures. Rabble-rousing is really hard math to think about exactly what's happening. Because it'll be 5 attacks, so he'll have 10. Does that then give him the spell right away? Yes. He will get the spell right away if he attacks with all. And he'll have 6 blockers back with Giada. So the Body Dropper might have been a greedy attack. We'll be taking 2 more damage than we would have otherwise. And that's a free Civil Servant. Yeah, we can't handle that. We block here and we take 2, 4, 5, 6, and we go to 6. And then I don't know how we get through the rest of that. I don't know how we get through the rest of that at all. I assure you aggro works, but it turns out it doesn't work when you get stuck on 3 lands the whole time. I'm going to play this Urabrask and then concede. Urabrask. Concede. All right. We'll see if we can get the other matches in. Otherwise, I believe this will be the video. We'll see if I can get the other matches in. So, see you for the next one, hopefully. Otherwise, let me know how Capenna is going for you, and I'll see you all next time.